Hi everyone, welcome to Storytime. And today we're going to meet Spiky. Written and illustrated by Ilaria Guarducci. Translated by Laura Watkinson. Okay, let's meet Spiky, everyone. Well, he looks like an echidna. Ooh, Spiky. Ready? In a dark forest, there lived a creature who was covered in spikes. His name was Spiky. He'd had spikes on his back, spikes on his tummy, spikes on his head, and spikes on his bottom. He even had a few little spikes on his arms and his knees. Spikes everywhere. Spiky was very proud of his spikes. They were handy for chasing off robbers. They scared away anyone who was bigger than him and kept absolutely everyone at a distance. He was Spiky, he was bad, and he didn't need anyone at all. Well, guys, me and Spiky, and he is very proud of his spikes. His father, Mr. Spikington, had sent him to the best school for badness in the whole country. Spiky had learned all the latest scare techniques, the snarkiest snarl, and the wide variety of terrifying expressions. But most important of all, he had learned that he was very bad indeed. It looks like he's very bad. Look at his expressions. Spikes and bad. And since Spiky had been living all alone in the dark forest, he had become even more wicked. It's getting to him, guys. He sharpened his spikes to make the points perfect. Then he went out into the dark wood, raising a ruckus, stealing snacks, and tormenting the trees. He pulled the wings of butterflies. If he couldn't fly, why should they? Oh my, Spiky, that's bad. Well, he's enjoying it, as you can see, stealing, bullying, teasing. He captured the robins and the chickadees in big glass jars because their chirping annoyed him so much. What was there to be happy about? He plucked the petals off the flowers. He pricked holes in the snail's cells because they were slow and slimy. And he laughed at the toads for being so ugly. Spiky had become so very bad that even his shadow grew darker and darker. Oh, Spiky! Spiky! Terrifying everyone. But one day, something unexpected happened. Spiky started losing his spikes. Oh my. The first spike suddenly dropped out onto the floor of the dining room. What's that? What's that, guys? Is that what we think it is? It's a spike. The second, soon after that, in the living room. A few minutes later, The third one fell off, and the fourth, and the fifth, and after a while he lost count. Before long, all the dark spikes were gone, and Spiky was as soft and as pink as soft pink marshmallow. Oh no! That doesn't look good. He was as soft and as pink as a soft pink marshmallow. He didn't scare anyone now. The snails snared and the toads tittered. The butterflies landed on his soft pink bottom and mistaking it for a rose pot. Oh my! Without his spikes, Spiky was harmless and a little bit silly. He felt completely lost. With no spikes, his life was pointless. Whatever would he do with his days? As you can see, guys, with his expressions. Spiky spent his time sitting on the hardest rock in the forest, feeling very sad and sorry for himself. One afternoon, Bernardo, the bunny, came hopping along. "Hey there," he said. "What's wrong?" "I'm sad," replied Spiky. "Without my spikes, I don't feel like Spiky anymore. I don't know what to do." "I see," said Bernardo, who was a very wise little bunny. "Come with me." Spiky went. He had nothing better to do. Ooh, off he goes. They went for a long walk through the forest. Bernardo took him to amazing spots with beautiful view of the whole valley. They chatted about serious things and about less serious things, like being funny. And is that a smile I see? Oh, Spiky. In the days that followed, Bernardo invited Spiky to his burrow near the lake so he could get to know the rest of the family. He went for long, cool swims and had diving competitions. Spiky felt the breeze on his soft skin. He could sunbathe and roll about it in the meadow with the beads of glass trickling his pink back. Aww, he has friends now, guys. With the bunnies, he's having his time now. Good times. He saw that there were so many things he could still do. Even without spikes, he could play ball and it didn't burst. He could be close to others. Very close. Very, very close. Closer than he'd ever been before. And it was a good feeling. Oh, Spiky. But now, by now, he was getting used to his pink skin. But one morning he woke up with a strange itch. He looked at himself in the mirror and saw that lots and lots of the little spikes were growing again, all over his back, his tummy, his head, and his bottom. Perhaps being soft and pink was just a phase. Oh! He thought at first. Spiky the Spiteful is back! Spiky had been born to scare everyone and to play nasty tricks. Maybe it was time to return to his old way of life. Oh. Spiky decided to give it a try, so he ran out to raise a ruckus. As he went by, the toads hopped into the pond, the snails ran away as fast as the slime could carry them, and the chickadees flew for shelter among the leaves of the trees. Everything seemed to have gone back to the way it was before. But for Spiky, it didn't feel the same. And that scariness, all that scariness, what was the point? He went back to his usual rock to contemplate, to think. And when he thought about it, those big old trees sheltered him from the summer sun with their leafy branches. The butterflies and the flowers gave the forest a nice touch of color. The chickadees weren't that annoying. And the snails, no, the snails really were revolting. What's wrong? Bernardo asked him again. I'm confused, said Spike. You know my spikes have grown back. I can see that. Don't I scare you? No, you're still you, with or without spikes, said Bernardo, who was indeed a very wise little bunny. Come on, the others are waiting for us at the lake. Ooh. And so they went. So they spent another afternoon together, and then another, and another, and yet another. Oh, there's so many things they could do with the spikes. But as you can see, eating burned marshmallows, darts. Well, Bernardo's having a laugh there, and there he is playing football. Puncher-proof ball. Oh my, he's playing puncher-proof ball, guys. Can you see? It says puncher-proof ball. Oh, Spiky. And it was a very, very good feeling. You can see they're starting off together with Bernardo. Oh, la 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 la. And there's a snail. And they're laughing. Oh, and Snail, Mr. Snail is not happy. He's like not very happy. Okay, life is very, very good, and it was a very, very good feeling. Oh, I know, wise little bunny, ain't he? Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you enjoy Spiky. Well, he was very kind. It's a very loving tale of kindness and acceptance, as you can see, from wise Bernardo. He was so kind, accepting Spiky and letting him see how good he can be, how he can enjoy his life, how we can be with one another, and how he was beautiful just the way he is, with or without spikes.